everybody, it is me, Fisherman Whispers, and Vasterz, and I'm back with another video. This is not an ASMR video, this is a tutorial, a guide for Torchlight Infinite, so let's get to it. So the main currency of this game is called FE. Flame how you say it? Flame Elementium. Okay, I think that's how you say it. That is the main currency of this game. It is extremely difficult to get and acquire. That's what I thought. It still is pretty difficult, but I was playing this game upside down. I thought I knew like the whole concept of this game. Like I literally I beat the story modes, the campaign, and I was like, okay, time to get to the end game stuff. Dude, I was doing everything like upside down, okay? First off, make sure you have pack spirits with drops enabled, okay? If possible, if you're able to complete dungeons without that damage bonuses, because some of these give you damage bonuses. But if you can survive and complete dungeons efficiently with time, please have these all be drop chances. I don't care what it is. It could be embers. I don't care, because this still gives you drops. And if you select it, all types. This one right here is also ember. This is very important. This is one of my best ones right here, because it's actually flame fuel right here. It's just a lot of that. You want as much drop chance as possible, so you want to max that out as much as you can. Next, what you want to do, you want to use certain cards for your benefit. Like, you can select a map, it doesn't really matter, and whichever one you enjoy the most. Personally, I like Thunder Wastes the most. I don't know why, I just like some of these maps. They seem kind of fast, I don't know. But as you can see, there's a bunch of cards on the screen, okay? And there's a bunch of cards that you can actually get. There's a bunch of cards that I don't even have yet. Like, look at this. I don't even have these cards. And a bunch of these cards, I need to level them up like crazy. So there's a lot of cards that you can acquire, and with more updates in the future, I'm sure you're going to see more cards added to this game. But what you want to do, select the right cards, please. Because if you use random cards, because that's what I was doing for the longest time, and I was like, where is the FE? Where is the Flame Elementium? It was nowhere in sight. I was getting one like every like 30 minutes maybe. I was like, dude, this is crazy. Like, I wasn't playing the game properly. This is my current setup, and I love this setup. Let me explain. As you can see, I have a lot of these right here, which are actually going to increase more monsters in the actual dungeon itself. And these have inheritance. That's extremely important. So inheritance, if it actually could show you, I'll explain it actually, or I can just do this. Let me go back. Click here. There you go. Now you can read it. So inheritance is basically, it adds on to the next upcoming dungeons. It's like an effect, a lasting effect. So you want to play smart, because there's some that won't last 5 turns. There's some that might last 2 turns, for example. There's some that don't even have an inheritance. So it's, you use this card, you lose it. It doesn't have any effect afterwards for the next dungeons. So for example, this card, it has no inheritance. That's going to be the final card that I use. Remind you, we have 5 energy, 5 orbs, aka chaos invasions. After we use these 5 up, this whole map resets, you get brand new cards, but it's going to be the cards that you selected, but instead of this one, you might get this one, so on and so forth, but it's going to be on this point right here. I hope I'm explaining this correctly to you guys. There are 2 cards that you will get though, that are not from your selection. Do you see them on the map? This one and this one. Tell me where the blue is on that. I see the purple one, but where's the blue one? And all of my cards, they have inheritance, as you can see, with a little fire icon on there. As you can see, this one has 2 inheritance, this one has 5, and this one, of course, like I said, this is the only one that doesn't have inheritance. But this one has no inheritance. This one has no inheritance. So these are map world cards that are not the ones that I selected. I selected this one. I didn't select this one. So what I could do, depending on what card it is, you can actually finish up. Let's say if I didn't want to finish up with this one, I could finish up with like this one. It's up to you. There's some incredible cards though on this list. For example, I'll show like a clip at the end of this video if I remember. But for example, this one is incredible. I recently unlocked this, and it's so powerful. Obtuse. The stage doesn't cost the nether realm prisms that are already put in. I don't think you understand how powerful that actually is. Because I'm a cheapskate on this game. There's a bunch of stuff that's very expensive that costs a lot of FE. So when I go to a dungeon, I click next, you can add these things right here, which increases the chances of drops, this and that. And if I were to, like, I have these legendary ones, right? Like, this one's one of my favorites because it adds plus 80% additional more drop quantity of flame fuel. Flame fuel dropped has a 32% chance to be multiplied by 2. And of course, it increases. It has like a debuff too. But I'm just looking at the bonuses, bro. That's crazy. And it does cost a little bit. I believe it's 10 FE, I think it was. I'll quickly look in the shop right now. If I go to here, I believe it's called this one. It's not this one. Next page. Nope, next page. I don't know. It's one of these. There's a whole like different setup. Here it is. Like you can have. Like I just started to experiment with this and it actually works out very, very nicely. As you can see, they're kind of expensive. But the thing is, you won't lose them. Like I know like a lot of people that use these on a map that doesn't have that card, this one. Like if I were to use it on any other map, like let's say if I used it on this map or whatever, and I selected it, I would lose it. As soon as I finish this dungeon, it's gone. Instead, I just hold on to them until I get this one, so it doesn't cost anything. I know it's pretty cheap. It works, okay? For now, okay? I'm not balling on this game like some people. Some people have a ridiculous amount of FE because they just got extreme RNG with like rare drops. But, so here's the setup, okay? I explained a little bit more in depth of that. What I want to do, the best setup right now for me would be to acquire this one first, use this one up first, 5 inheritance. So off the rip, this guarantees you a certain percent chance to get FE. So as you can see right here, 6 affixed rare gears dropped have an 84% chance to become additional flame fuel. And why does it have that icon on the right? You see that? It's because it works with that card, as you can see right here. So that's why we have the card right here. 42% chance for rare monsters to drop one more 6 affixed rare gear. So use this one first, this one next, and then after that you want to be using this one. It has inheritance too. So 1, 2, I have to use this one. This will be the third one. So you have 2 tries left. Mind you, there's only 5. And after that one, then I try to go for like whether it's this one, depends on what card is on the board, you know what I mean? I try to maximize the potential, so hopefully I get one of these, you know what I mean? Like I'm like guaranteed. So the best choice would be like if I were to get this one, or this one, doesn't matter, and then this one, and then I finish it up with this. Or if you have a very good one, like you can actually finish it up with this, or you can finish it up, like I said, which is my personal favorite for now, is this one right here. It's very nice. And you'll get a bunch of FE, you know, hopefully. Mind you, please try to run time mark 7, and once you actually finish like the map, when you're getting close to it, when you have 1 out of 5 left, what I want you to do, if you are this late in the game, if you have defeated the Realm Lord, which requires you to defeat 4 Plane Watchers on time mark 7, once you've done that, you can challenge him, the Realm Lord. He has some pretty cool drops, for example, like he has the Infinity Belt, which if you get like a really good one, this could be worth like bank. Sadly, I haven't really gotten anything good so far. But yeah, once you do that, you unlock this mode, which is like the next tier up. So when you're 1 out of 5, like I said, on the green orbs, activate this, and then you want to finish up the map. So you would still have the effect. I'll probably show like an overlay right now. You will still have the effect of the maps you completed on that zone with the cards, but you're going to finish it in that like more difficult, because it actually increases the chances of better drops, better loot, and yeah, it's more difficult, of course, yes, but if you're able to do that, the chances of you getting more rares, it increases by a lot. And personally, that's what I like to do to farm. FE. If I were to do this strats from the beginning, I would have had so much more FE. I didn't really know what I was doing, even though I thought I did. I was literally just playing with whatever cards. Like, if you look at different maps, like some of these maps, I just can't even be bothered, bro. Like, I have like a random setup. Like, let me show you. Like, bro, what was I doing, bro? What is this? Like, that's how I was playing, dude. I was playing with like random cards, bro. Like, this is better because I just switched it up. I tried different things. But like some of these maps are just like, what, bro? What was I doing, bro? What is this? What is this, bro? What? Why? If I'm trying to farm, why do I have this? You know, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I was just playing just to play, and I was wondering where the FE was, and it was my fault. I wasn't using the proper pets. I wasn't using compasses to increase my chances. Like I said, the little things you can actually use, which, I mean, it's expensive. If you use like the expensive ones, it gets pricey. But I get regular compasses quite often, so I just use like these. It doesn't even matter. I just use them on like the final stage because more drops, you know? Of course, some of these have better effects, but I don't like to use these because they are more expensive unless, once again, if I get that card, which is this one, because it won't cost me anything. I won't use them after that stage. I'll still have them. So yeah, hopefully you guys understood um, this whole concept and you actually start farming and acquire lots of FE. I wish you the best on your RNG because you can seriously get some crazy drops. Some people have gotten drops that are worth like 1,000, like 2,000, 3,000, even more than that, 9,000 FE. For me, I've been struggling on that. Okay, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. But little by little. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I explained certain things, and of course there's different setups that you can actually use. I'm still learning because there's a bunch of compasses that you can actually use, and some of these are better than other ones. It depends what you're trying to go for. Are you going for FE? Are you going for more compasses? Are you going for embers? What exactly are you trying to go for? Or are you just going for legendary gear? Like, there's different setups that you can have. Personally, one of the strongest ones, like I said, that I found for FE is the one that I just showcased before, um, which is just incredible. Like, this is one of the best ones that I noticed for FE. The best pets as well, I don't even have them. They cost a bunch of money. But if I go to the legendary ones, I have two right here, as you can see. Sadly, I didn't get the one I wanted. But if you were to get a legendary pet that has drops right here, for example, this one would have been great to get because she gives you an ability. So instead of me upgrading this for damage, I would have just put it here, and then I would have, you know, increased drop chance, this, that, the other. And this bottom one I would keep like this, because if I were to switch this, let me show you real quick. So cancel this. This is more in depth right now, real quick. You want to play the pack spirits correctly because the outer nodes are always the same unless if you have a legendary. If you have a legendary, the outer nodes will change. So this one, for example, is attack. This one is drop chance. As you can see, I have no pets right here, but it stays as drop chance. This is that. So if I were to remove every single one of these pets, you will see that these things stay the same on the outer nodes. As you can see, they stay the same, other than that bonus, because the pet that I had was ranked up like crazy. It was a tier 6, and it gives you different bonuses. So if you continue to get the duplicates, you can actually upgrade your pets. So if I put him here, this now has an additional thing effect. If I were to cancel him and put him over here, hopefully you understand this in-depth type of strat. As you can see, this has the effect, but it stays as attack, but I still get that bottom effect. The bottom effect goes away from this one because he's on this side. So if I had a drop legendary, which would be incredible, because, for example, let's say this one, this is enhanced survival, damage taken minus 9%, so for more defense. But if I wanted to use, let's say, more DPS or whatever, I put the legendary, boom, it switches the outer node, so it changes the whole gameplay. These are very expensive though. Yeah, it's extremely expensive to get. I was trying to go for this one, for example, but I failed. It is what it is. But the best ones that I noticed, it's just this one, which is incredible because this effect is 1% chance for killed monsters to drop one more random flame fuel. That's very good. I don't really like the design of this guy, but he's actually pretty powerful. Mind you, if you were to literally upgrade these things, oh my days. Very expensive, but I can only imagine what a legendary bonus would be like. And then, once again, this one is pretty nice because this is Dark Surge. Who doesn't use the Dark Surge? It's every single time, every single map. And this is also pretty cool, but this is more for Embers. So this is like my last tier one. So I would personally go for, me personally, this one, because like it's decent. It's additional reward types. So I'm assuming what that means is anything, any drops. So that's pretty cool. It's more of a like variety. So this would say, I would say it's VIP number 1, number 2, and number 3 for me personally when it comes to farming. All these other ones that I noticed are different tiers. There's survival, summon, go on and so on and so forth. This is an epic one, which I don't have, which actually has dropped. Maybe this one's better, but these are not legendary. These are epic. These are legendary. It's because you could tell because these have abilities, these do not. So hopefully that explains some things to you guys. On more in depth about this. I'm trying to think on the spot right now and trying to explain certain things on how I farm, how I do certain things. And there's different pets that have drop quantity, by the way. Like this one, if I equip it, you'll see that this one's actually for a quantity of gear. So it's not really one that I really want to use. I don't really care too much about that. I care more about FE, and I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there are sirens going on. Hopefully everything's okay. But if I go to the other one, if I can find them, I wish there was a way you can like select these like favorite and stuff, and like, or like a one-click button. I click it and it switches back and forth between different layouts. I really hope they add that feature. It would be pretty cool if you ask me. Let me actually add these real quick. I try to max out once again all of these. That increases your drops. Max those out first, and then you can go for ones on the side. I try to go for DPS instead of survival. But yeah, this one, for example, will actually be Embers, which I prefer Embers over gear, simply because I could just go here and use the Embers to craft stuff. So these Embers right here. And for example, I made this helmets, which still I have one slot that I want to make a legendary, and these are legendary prefixes or postfixes. It's very difficult to get this, but because I am running this layout, it's not too difficult for me to acquire embers. So yeah, that's my current setup when it comes to farming. Hopefully you guys get some good luck, good RNG when it comes to opening boons for your pets. I recommend not this one first. There's one that's gone. It's like the beginner boon that guarantees you a legendary, one legendary every single 30 pulls, but after you get the 30 pull, it goes away. That's the one, that's the banner you want to use first. And then after that, I recommend you go for this banner, which currently has like a month left. It's very difficult to get this. Like seriously, like I know it says probability up, but bro, why did I got this one. I got this, which I mean, this one's fine. It works good with some different builds, but I really wanted to get this one. So I don't know what the chances are for the probability. I try to read it. I didn't see anything on there or anything on here. Unless if I'm blind. I might be a little bit partially legally blind. I have no idea. But it would have been really nice. It would increase my drops by quite a bit. But anyways, I think that will cover this video. Yeah, I think that will cover this video. I will probably be right back when I actually have the layout for this one, for example, when I'm like on the last stage or whatever. So what I'm going to do for this layout, for example, I'm going to go with this one first, this one second, and then I can actually decide and pick which ones I want. So for there, I would have used 2 energies, so I would have 3 out of 5. So then I probably would have went with this one, and then I would have either selected this, or this one. The reason why I say maybe not this one too much, because it increases stuff, but it's not like a crazy amount. This is a much better perk in my opinion, because I plan to use like this stuff. And always, I almost forgot to mention, roll your base effects so it's higher. And these are not expensive. Like, it costs maybe 1 FE. So when I go here, you can see it says 60% plus 60% drop quantity plus 32% drop quantity and some other stuff. Make sure that's above 100%, please. Time mark 7 or 8, whatever, but make sure it is plus 100%. It could be 101, it could be 100, it could be 120, 130, whatever it might be. Try to get up plus 100%. It really does make a difference. And usually when I start out, I don't use any of the compasses. I try to save that once again for the last stage, and I'll use the cheap ones first and less once again if I get lucky and get this one for the last stage, and then I could just use this, and I'll use the more expensive compasses because I won't use them up. So I'll be back when I'm on the final stage actually. So I'm trying to add more things. Hopefully you guys like this video, and I'm trying to make it more in depth. Alright, I'm back. As you can see, we are 1 out of 5. I ended up deciding to go for the rare drop one. And I wish the layout was different, because you can see, like, I see the cards here, but there's a map here, and it makes it very difficult to click on. So hopefully they figure that out for the layout, because the layout for PC is kind of meh. I don't know what it looks like on mobile, but yeah, that's besides the point though. So let me actually select, I'm leaning towards this one. This one's cool and all. I wish I had this one more upgraded though, not gonna lie. I'm gonna go for this one, and I'm gonna hope for the best. Hopefully I got something. You can see there's a drop chance. Oh, also because my layout was not the best that I got on this map, I decided not to go for time mark 8. I only do time mark 8 if like the layout is like on a different level. Then I decided to risk it and go to time mark 8 because the enemies are very strong in time mark 8 compared to 7. So I decided to stay with number 7. And once again, I didn't have that ability, so if I use these, I'm going to lose them, so I'm going to pick whichever ones. I could like go over here and like see, okay, this one looks good, okay, this one. Instead, I don't got time for that. You know, I just pick whatever. It doesn't really matter for me, so let me pick those right there. Let me go down. I have no idea what they do. I could read it, see what it does. Like, this one's pretty good. I have no idea. Embers, blah, blah, blah. Some of these are pretty good. But I'm trying to be more efficient and be quick. So we got over 100% there. I think we're ready to go. And yeah, let's hope for the best.
When can I get an epic fight?
FYI, by the way, when it comes to my equipment, I definitely am running a very type of build. I'm trying to make it better. But there you go, that's my equipment right now. There's things that I could get, and I'm trying to work for to make my build stronger and more efficient. So little by little, hopefully we figure things out. I'll show it right now. And like this one would be great if I got like the physical damage one. That would be amazing. This one right here is like if I got like gear armor percent instead of this, that would have been a lot better. This right here is pretty decent, but I would have preferred if it was like elemental resistant overall instead of just cold resistance. This right here could have been outrageous. If I were to get the gear armor percent, oh my days, bro. This one's pretty good. It's not bad, but I would have preferred armor percent. And same ring on this side too, armor percent. This is just a ring that I crafted as I was learning how to craft. It's pretty decent when it comes to resistance. I'm using it for the time being. These blades are amazing simply because it stacks with my armor, the attack damage percent. This could have been better, once again, if I, instead of this, if I got like a different stat. Instead of this, if I got like a different stat, it would have been a lot stronger. Mind you, it's very expensive to acquire, but little by little, hopefully I can actually get the one I want. And my skills are not the best. This one I don't have it, but if I did have another slot, I would have picked that one. As you can see, here's this, that, the other. It's not the best of stuff, but I mean it works. I don't really see a lot of guides talking about restrain or stand as one. These are incredible to use. They're very, very powerful. Because if I remove this one, I can't even afford all that. You know what I mean? So restrain is extremely, extremely powerful. It's not even maxed out for me. Yeah, I'm trying to level these up little by little. Let's upgrade that. Upgrade this. Upgrade. Is it this one? I don't know why it's talking about upgrade. Upgrading which one? I don't know. I'm blind. But the issue that I'm having is the seal conversion. This one doesn't have any, but the seal conversion makes this build possible. It reduces my life instead of my mana because I don't have enough mana. But as you can see, this right here, plus 152.5% additional mana seal for the support skill. So if something costs 25, or this one 150, watch how big of a difference this is if I remove this. Look at that. You see that? That's crazy. That's not 150. That's added on to the whole thing, the whole calculation, because of this effect, which is a debuff. So there is a different one that I could get. If I didn't misunderstand it, it is a bonus, it is a perk. If you look for precise, that's what it is. For these skills, they're the stronger. So right here, because you see precise seal conversion. There's different abilities too that have precise. It makes it stronger. Some of these abilities I do have. For example, look at this one. It gives you % additional armor, as well as the regular bonus for the regular steadfast. And then you got some of these over here. So if I looked at the regular steadfast, it's just 11 armor. This one is more. Of course, it will get stronger and stronger as you level it up. So always try to go for precise if you can. But there is one here, which is stronger, which I'm trying to get. It is pretty expensive, but I'm thinking about getting it because it doesn't have that text here. So it does have this one, which is the same thing as the one that I'm using, but the one I'm using has that plus 152, whatever it was, cost multiplier for mana. So I think this one might be actually pretty good. Yeah, I think this one would be pretty decent to use. It is pretty expensive. You're looking about 100, give or take. Some of these are more expensive because these are maxed out. Some of these that are not maxed out, they will take some time to level up and get stronger. That's why these are cheaper. But if I want to get one that's already maxed out, it's pretty expensive. I'm probably just gonna get a cheap one and just level it up little by little as I complete dungeons and maps. But anyways, if I understood that correctly, I would have a lot more life if I replaced this and this with a precise versions of those, because it wouldn't have that debuff effect. So it would give me more survivability, because right now can easily get one shot. If I die, I die. I'm not really trying to go for XP. Like, I'm not. My elemental resistance is pretty good, but for my health percentage, it's not the best. It's just, I mean, it's okay, but it's definitely like my maximum health is just a nightmare right now because of the debuffs. But I basically can like one hit everything for the most part. I just need to make sure that I don't die. But if I die, it's okay. I have 5 tries. And this is usually what I do. This game makes it very easy to tell what's a good drop and what's not. If you see it glowing and stuff, it usually means, hey, that's something. I have my pet picking stuff up automatically, so it's fine. As you can see, there's flaming FE. I can barely say that last word. But we got FE right there, I'll take it. So, as you can see, I got some FE. Let me a little thumbnail right there real quick or something, I don't even know.
I'm too tired.
Okay, so, you can pick that up. Mind you, please remember on your options page, when you go here, you click on loots. I have it set to none, because if I have it filter on, it could actually prevent me from seeing items. And yeah, I want to see all the items that I possibly can, because some of these white items, believe it or not, they actually cost something in the auction house. I didn't know that, but there are some items that people use to craft that might be worth like 9, 10 FE. But yeah, so let's carry on. Let's go to the next little thing. Use the portal. There we go. There we go. There we go. As you can see, I can just speed run through this. I try to keep my my dark energy for the boss fight. I know it sounds weird because I could die, but hey, why not? Get rid of 2 birds, 1 stone. Get rid of the boss real quick. Get rid of this too. As you can see, the boss immediately just got destroyed. There we go. Just destroy everything. There's some more FE. It's crazy because I completed so many dungeons, man, and I didn't run the setup. So I literally was not getting FE. Like, I could be doing like 10 dungeons wondering where the FE was, but like, it's ridiculous, bro. I wish I'd been running the setup from the very beginning, because I would have required a lot more currency. But yeah, you can select it. Mind you, there are people that actually click on the items. I do that too, but I can also do this. Watch this. Boom, I picked it up. How did I do that? Go to your control settings and go to where it says pick up, and I have it marked to number 6. So I play this game strictly off of my mouse for the most part, unless if it's like using this ability, which I use a keyboard because it's more comfortable to summon the dark monster stuff. But yeah, everything else, it's just my mouse. It has buttons on the side. I can just click the button. It just automatically picks stuff up. But let's summon these bad monsters. And I just like to just spam them. As you can see, there we go. We got 2 more things. More FE. Very nice. Talk about a thumbnail. I like it. I like it. Very good. Very good. As you can see. Pick that up. Pick that up. So there are some very good drops that you can actually get as well. Like, this one's not really the best drop. It's not really that good. Like, if I price check this, it's not worth too much. But there's some decent drops that you can actually acquire. For example, this stuff, if you're not going to go to time mark 8, you could sell this. Don't go by this list. This is another mistake that I've made. Like, some of these items, they are priced a lot less than they really are. This is not worth 2, by the way. So let me show you in the exchange. Let me go to the town portal. You can actually have 2 at the same time. That's interesting. But don't follow that little like tip thing that tells you the price variant, because that's actually calculating the overall. So if I go to, like I said, it was 2 for that one, right? So if I go to this, you see that it's actually worth 3 for a single one. If you're going to like this actually, like, if it's worth 25 for 10, if you do the calculation, maybe this one's worth 1, you know, per thing, or like 2 or whatever. But for the most part, just go through this and you will see how much it's actually worth. The cheapest one that I'm seeing for a single one is actually 3. So I would actually sell it for 3. Yeah. What else? Yeah, that's about it. Make sure when you go to the season pass, you don't need the premium one. I have it just to have it. You know, I like this game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. But the premium one does have a benefit perk to it as well, which, if I could see it somewhere, advanced auto loot. If you own any like pet, pack spirit, and it is in follow mode, it can automatically loot high value drops. So it will loot higher tier drops, but with the free version, you also can get a basic loot feature right here, which is just auto loot at level 15. And for me personally, this one was fine. Like, if this were to pick up everything, that would have been interesting, but this does not pick up FE, so I still have to click on stuff. So for me, for this one, it doesn't make it that worth it. I would just say the free version is just fine. And for some reason, like, I could keep getting like experience, which is kind of dumb because I'm maxed out. I wish they added something at the end of this, because I'm maxed out and I'm not getting anything for this stuff. Like, it's just kind of dumb, you know. I don't know if this goes to the next season or whatever. I doubt it, but it's kind of dumb. I wish they had more stuff here, so when you finish the pass, you get more out of it. But I am rambling.
Really can't wait.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped you out, and hopefully you get some good RNG along the way and get some very nice drops. And if you do get this armor and you don't want it for whatever reason, I will take it for free. For free, I will take it because, bro, plus 400% damage, dude. Bro, do the calculations, my guy. Mind you, I'm not using any like damage pets either. If I was using a full damage build, oh my days, bro, I would be hitting like a truck, like legit. But anyways, have a good one, everybody. Hopefully this helped you out. Have a good one. God bless. And let's get to farming.